Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun say insecurity for Edo State na everybody business. If you see something, say something. Nobody know who go be the next victim. Make I leave you, make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun and also see the video of the fight wey happen between Benin boys and Aboki for Benin City for Edo State.
Aboki. Hola. Pirija, confirma.
This is Ogege Junction at Siloko Road. This is Aboki quarter. He's on fire. They killed one of their people, and this is Ogege Junction by Siloko after he got market. You can see everywhere is on fire right now. This is Aboki must go. Hausa must go. Governor Okpevolo, you can see what you are doing. Tomorrow you will run to the north to go and be begging them. Did you see what is happening right now? Aboki must go. Hausa must go. We all must come aside. You see shops are on fire. People's shops are on fire. You see those are the security men. They are all on ground, but they are just standing, looking. They could not do anything. You see police van. Everybody is just there looking. You see, look at fire. Everywhere is ablaze at this moment. You see people. See what's going on. You see what is going on.
Aboki me and all day. They not get this thing for you.
Go slap on the phone, no. I go stop record.
I not put anybody face so. Now fire the video.
No roadblock, don't be now. Everywhere will catch fire. Roadblock. Have cheesy, Only one cheesy best, Now cheesy the kill. Don't be anybody, Now big cheesy,
Aboki me and all day. They not get this thing for you.
Go slap on the phone, no. I go stop record.
I not put anybody face so. Now fire the video. See there, they park there, they come out. See two trucks. Now they say park Aboki, they run, they come out. This country not feel stable at all. They park Aboki, they come out. When they kill our common Nigerians, our youth, they not talk. They reach Aboki town, they park there, they come out.
Edo is not shining. Edo is not shining. Edo is not shining. Edo is not shining. Edo is not shining.
majority of these persons who call themselves kidnappers are now having a synergy with our local jobless youth and criminal-oriented youths. Some of these kidnapping you are seeing are very, very coordinated. I use the language again, very, very coordinated. They are done in conspiracy with people that are of our origin, people who are Benin, people who are Asians, people who are Onwas, people who are Esakos and the rest. They are coordinating this kidnapping with our own people. That is why they are kidnapping our people. For crying out loud, you don't know when a bus will leave the park. You don't know the kind of bus that is coming towards you. You cannot just go and grab a particular bus and demand that each person in the bus pay 20 million. So there must be some level of informants from the park also giving information to those people on the road, or rather some of the drivers might be compromising. So that is the more reason why I am saying this afternoon that security is everybody's business. Security is everybody's business. Do not wait before you say something. The moment you see something, you say something. It had gotten nothing to do with politics. These things that we are seeing here is as a result of the high level of joblessness amongst our youth. That is why this kidnapping is on a rampage. And if we do not come out as a people to condemn it in totality, to actually say what needs to be done to put a stop to this, we're all going to be suffering. I don't know if I'm going to be a victim tomorrow. I don't know if you who is listening to me, your family folks, or yourself will be a victim. So we must not play politics with security the way we are seeing it, currently happening in Edo State, because this insecurity that is greeting us is as a result of gross negligence over the years. Yes. A warm good afternoon to you all, my conscious Edo people and Nigerians across the globe. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, Comrade Aboki Emmanuel. And if you're just joining me live, I want you to please share and invite. I won't be spending much of the time on this broadcast because I just want to send a direct message out there to every conscious Edo mind and the government of Edo State. As you all know, insecurity has been brewing its ugly head in Edo State. And if you watch this insecurity, it appears to be a kind of coordinated insecurity, owing to the fact that people are actually kidnapping commuters who are moving from one place to the other and taking them into hideouts and demanding for ransom. So if you put that into proper check, you agree with me that those are organized crime. Now, very recently, within the last 48 hours, you have also seen killings among young persons, particularly within the northern youths in Edo State, the people who ordinarily call Aboki and wheelbarrow pushers and scavengers, and also bike riders. You see them within the outskirts of the city. While in some developing communities, you also see them, they do more of the manual jobs, here in Benin City. Now, within the last 48 hours, there have been a lot of killings one area or the other. Now, there are a few questions we really need to ask ourselves. At what point has an Aboki man got to enjoy such privileges that when a crime is committed against him, he does not see the police, he does not see the community leaders to report to, but decide to take a mob action against citizens living within their environment where they find themselves? Do not forget, most of these Abokis or Fulanis or Northerners or scavengers that you call them, they are also Nigerians. They enjoy the fundamental right of freedom of moving from one place to another. But however, where one's freedom starts, that's where another one's own also starts and ends. And when the other one ends, another man's own starts from there. You agree with me that within the last 48 hours, it has shown that 2 killings have occurred in Benin City. One happening in the Ogege axis of Siloko Road, while the other one happening at the Saple Road axis, also around the Ogege corridors too, where you have Captain Hosa Farms, where you have Umama, and some neighboring communities around that area. I won't be so quick to call their name, but within that axis of Benin City. Now, the question to ask is, why are these Aboki, why are they taking laws into their hands? Because they have also seen that killing and harassment of citizens have been the order of the day. Now, if you look closely, you see that this fight against cultism and killings in Benin have not really greeted the Aboki folks, because majority of them are largely not cultists, but they believe in this their Islamic and coordinated and cooperative attacks that they carry out all the time. Now, the question to ask is, what would government quickly do? Government need to immediately call for a stakeholder meeting, particularly a town hall meeting, where every community leader will be made to understand certain things. 2, government need to immediately ensure that the ban on grazing, whether broad daylight, whether night, whether midday, the ban should be respected. It is a law in Edo State, and it ought to be respected to the latter. Whether it is Bobizwa, whether it is Benedion, whether anybody that owns cow, my brother, if we value our human life, these cows should be put under proper check. If they intend to leave their cows to graze in the bush, they should be given a certain area, not move around every part of Edo State the way they like. That is why we are seeing this pocket of crimes. If you observe in most other eastern states where these Fulanis have actually been, checked by way of ESN or by way of state government producing security, and the rest, you agree with me that you less hear about the issue of kidnapping. Now, what is a growing trend that some of us have also observed that we are speaking out today, so that those in public office and those who are opposition critics should also take note of, is that majority of these persons who call themselves kidnappers are now having a synergy with our local jobless youth and criminal-oriented youths. Some of these kidnapping you are seeing are very, very coordinated. I use the language again, very, very coordinated. They are done in conspiracy with people that are of our origin, people who are Benin, people who are Asians, people who are Onwas, people who are Esakos and the rest. They are coordinating this kidnapping with our own people. That is why they are kidnapping our people. For crying out loud, you don't know when a bus will leave the park. You don't know the kind of bus that is coming towards you. You cannot just go and grab a particular bus and demand that each person in the bus pay 20 million. So there must be some level of informants from the park also giving information to those people on the road, or rather some of the drivers might be compromising. So that is the more reason why I am saying this afternoon that security is everybody's business. Security is everybody's business. Do not wait before you say something. The moment you see something, you say something. It had gotten nothing to do with politics. These things that we are seeing here is as a result of the high level of joblessness amongst our youth. That is why this kidnapping is on a rampage. And if we do not come out as a people to condemn it in totality, to actually say what needs to be done to put a stop to this, we're all going to be suffering. I don't know if I'm going to be a victim tomorrow. I don't know if you who is listening to me, your family folks or yourself will be a victim. So we must not play politics with security the way we are seeing it, currently happening in Edo State, because this insecurity that is greeting us is as a result of gross negligence over the years. For crying out loud, we have gotten an anti-grazing law. Those laws are not being respected. 2 a.m. in the night, 1 a.m. in the night, 3 a.m. in the night, people move around with cattle in whatever name, and that is not supposed to be so. Now, a shift from that, the issue of these killings, again, I want to repeat, the government of the day needs to call for an emergency town hall, particularly in Edo South. You cannot be rearing all these Abokis in your community and don't put them under check. These guys are into serious drugs. They are in numbers, and the only thing they know how to do is to do manual jobs and to play stubbornness. So if you're in their midst or they're in your community and you don't put them under check, for crying out loud, it will not augur well. That is more of the reason why we are coming out to speak this very moment, because what we are seeing is as a result of negligence on the part of our community leaders. Those people who say they are Okaigeles, those people who say they are chairman, those people who say they are John Ways and elders and Enigis, they ought to immediately be called to a stakeholder meeting where a directive will be given. These people cannot continuously be causing trouble. You cannot go to the north, either in Sabongiri or in Kaduna Mando or in Kaswambechi, and you say you want to gather there as Igbo people, as Edo people, to kill a northerner. You know what the repercussion will be. And to our Edo youths, I want to plead with you guys. This is not the time for you to carry out reprisal attacks. No be say person decrease, you join and decrease. We are trying, if we burn our house down in the name of trying to cause reprisal attack with this, which other house are we running to? Where we are going to, are we indigenous there? So we should be smart enough to do what is necessary. That is means of ensuring that we do not make ourselves vulnerable to whatever form of instigation that will be coming from whatever angle. I know we are always quick to show stubbornness, but our stubbornness over time has been for valuable reasons. Now, what am I saying in essence? It is time for us to begin to know what happens within and around us. It is not only when you leave the responsibility of security to vigilantes alone. When you see something, you say something. You cannot be living in a community where you don't have the DPO's number, you don't have the vigilante sector commander's number, and insecurity happen. You are expecting the governor from Osadebe Avenue to come and protect you. No, this security has already been, created into various stratas of the society. We have the state level, we have the local government level, we have the ward level, we have the community level. So when a crime happens in your locality, there is an appropriate channel for you to report either to the police division or the sector commanders of vigilante or any of the security outfits. But the two major ones that are available to citizens are these two I have called for you, which is the Edo Security Corps and the Nigerian Police Force. You cannot be living in a community you don't know your DPO. You don't have the phone number of your DPO to call to report an incident. Agreed, the police have their own lackadaisical problems, but you can also tell me that the Edo State Security Corps has not been up and doing. In fact, if you move around Benin City, you see that they are the ones doing majority of the security jobs in Edo State. Rather, the police too might also be doing their own bit, but we must always commend those who are doing well. Where the police do well, we also commend them. So, to cut the long story short, it is high time we all show concern about this insecurity. This insecurity has always been around, but in recent days, it has shown its ugly head too many. All of a sudden, they are kidnapping people in Awuchi and collecting 20 million naira ransom. They are also kidnapping somebody again and denying the person the fact that the person cannot bail his family member or his husband or her husband with the sum of 300,000, not until when they go and look for more money. So the people doing these things are within us, are around us. So these are the more reasons why we must put our eye down. In your community where you know that people that you've not seen in that community before, you see them walk past, try to raise security alert so that the local vigilantes will ask them questions. These people don't just miss into thin air. They come around us, they even eat in the same restaurant with us, drink in the same beer parlor with us, do all of these things around us, go to the same market with us. So they are not strangers. It's just that we share the same skin color. So that is why it might be difficult for you to say, oh, they are this, they are that. And these kidnappers, they need the right hand for face. These cultists and people killing, they need the right to see who they kill for face. It is only when you know them. So when you see strange people around you that you don't see, you say something. When you see people with guns that you don't see them with on a regular basis, try and say something. Don't just keep them, whether that your family wants. If you don't want them to know, there are a lot of ways you can conceal this information. Even some of us we are talking to here on Facebook, you can also write us DM messages and we'll quickly respond to you by giving us your location, phone number, and the necessary information you think we should know. And immediately we would ensure that we respond to letting the security agencies know of how they can help you with immediate effect. So keeping mute when you see something is not also helping the security architecture of the state. We must actually ensure that we all play our responsive role. Just as I've told government need to continuously engage with the people so that certain people know what they are supposed to do. And our community leaders, in crowning this my statement today, you guys ought to be true community leaders if you really have the interest of the people you are communing over. Because it's not all about selling lands here in Edo South. It should be about also ensuring that your people are also well-to-do and also secured, and their properties too also secured. So if we continuously play, hey, it's Okpeolo, hey, it's that one. Before Okpeolo came to become governor, he has also supported insecurity to be brought to a halt in this state, buying gadgets and buying every other thing. So if we are deceiving ourselves and say it's the governor, we are not telling ourselves the truth. I have just given a total breakdown of what the issues are. And not until when we decide to speak up and do the right thing as a people, these people will be living around us. Now, lastly, in conclusion, all local government chairman, whether acting or local government elect, or whether chairman elect or chairman not elect, you guys ought to know that you have statutory allocations to protect lives and property. You are the chief security officer of your local council. So if under your local council people are kidnapping, people are being killed, and you are seated in the office and thinking it's the sole business of the police, whereas you have undeniable access to informations that even the police cannot get once you are in that office, you are not doing good to yourself. You are not even helping the government that has helped you to get to where you are, or the politics that have brought you to where you are. So we must all, as a people, do this thing to make Edo peaceful. We have been enjoying relative peace as it relates to courtism and all that, but we still have to do more. Security is not something you go to rest over. It is a round-the-clock issue, because insecurity has no date or has no time to take its course. So these are my own simple way of contributing. Please, if you are watching this broadcast and you want Edo people to be informed, share this broadcast. And while you are watching me, try to ensure that you do what we have said. Security is not only one man business. It's not only commissioner of police business. It's not only director of DSS or DSS officials or military officials. It is everybody's business. You see something, you say something. You see something, you report something. You report something. If the officials are not responding to your report, that is when we can blame them. But you don't expect somebody who has not gotten information to act on what he does not know. So, however, I want to thank you all who are listening. Please, if you love Edo and you love our space, this has got nothing to do with politics. Please share this broadcast. Thank you and bye for now.
It is often said that one of the worst businesses anyone can venture into is buying a vehicle for another person to use for commercial purposes and expecting to be paid back gradually. Many people have lost their money, and in some tragic cases, even their lives, through such arrangements. Sadly, that was the story of a young man popularly known as Chizzy Benz, whose life was cut short in what many described as an avoidable tragedy in Benin City, Edo State, Nigeria. On October 28, 2025, Chizzy Benz was said to be driving through the Hausa quarters in Ogege, a community located in Edo State, Nigeria, when he suddenly spotted a man he had been searching for over several months. The man was a Hausa commercial motorcyclist, whom locals commonly refer to as Aboki. According to eyewitnesses, Chizzy immediately recognized the man because of an unresolved business transaction between them that had turned sour. According to reports, Chizzy Benz, who was allegedly involved in internet fraud, commonly referred to as Yahoo, had made some money from his ventures and decided to invest it in small businesses. One of those investments was buying motorcycles for riders under an arrangement popularly known in Nigeria as Balance and Take. Under this system, the investor buys a motorcycle for a rider to use for commercial transport. The rider then pays back the cost of the motorcycle in small amounts over an agreed period while using the bike for business. When the full payment is completed, the motorcycle becomes the rider's property. That was exactly the kind of deal Chizzy entered into with the Aboki. He reportedly purchased the motorcycle for him under the agreement.
Now we don't hear from Emmanuel Agbogun, and you don't see wetin happen between Aboki and Benin boys for Benin City for Edo State. Let us know wetin you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.